The most expensive character in the game blocks your path. It's Lucinda Lavish, beaming.
I'm all yours. You are?
Well, of course you are! But I'm always happy to have another acolyte. Because I am... Lucinda Legendary! Hello, I don't. This time, I wanted to show you that unequivocally I am the best. Let's bring up some contestants. There's this one. And this thing. And who could forget this piece of shit? These hopefuls have all been competing for your love, but in the end, there has to be one winner. Sure, you can date them all, and they may say they love you, but in the end, you can only have one luminary lover. The winner is me, Lucinda Legendary. For Best Foreign Language Short Form Documentary. This award is given to a short-form documentary picture produced outside the United States with a predominantly non-English dialogue track. Exactly! That's how incredible I am! I won it anyway! Hopefully you enjoyed my enlightening discussions. Okay. I'm not going to acknowledge that.
But before you go back to your overworld home, it appears that Rebel blocks your way.
You. What are you doing? Couldn't get enough of me, huh? Thought I told you to get lost. Oh, okay. I can dig a little sass. Wanna know what else I can dig just as much? It's my ass. Oh, do I ever. I hope you've had as much of a blast as I have.
Rebel seems surprised for a moment. They look at you hard as if trying to decide if you're serious before their eyes fall to their feet and they mumble a response.
Sure, whatever. Well, it's a good thing that unlike the other idiots in this house, I'm not just here to fawn over you and try to get you to love me. So you can take me as I am, or you can go right ahead and duck off. Rebel out.
An acrobat in bright orange evaluates you with a smirk. His hair is streaked with grey, and there's a twinkle in his eyes that tells you this guy is definitely going to keep you on your toes.
Well, hello there, new face. I may be quite excited to meet you. Yes. I have a voluptuous suspicion that may be the emotion I'm experiencing. Yes. But of course you are. How could you not be? Look at me after all. Listen to the mellifluous murmur of my voice. Well, hardly a murmur. More like the euphonious booming of a cannon from a stone-turreted castle. Marble on all the floors, gold leaf, filigree wrought iron, and my God, the velvet. If I were a castle, I would be absolutely dipped in velvet. A moat, eh? You'd surround yourself with a deep, muddy, deadly river of falsity and needless self-defense. Water. The substance that flows like secrecy through the crevices of our lives. Moving on. I do get distracted, don't I? Just so many wonderful things about me on which to expound. My form alone is a temple of wonders. Which part is your favorite?
He gestures to his muscled frame, inviting you to drink him in.
Which of my parts sings the most to you? For me, today anyway, it's my pectorals. They're glistening, enough almost to be felt through the fabric of my tunic. Perhaps this can be the first bridge between us. The first bits of woven lint eventually to form the sturdy, braided rope of our friendship. Do you, like me, enjoy celebrating at the altar of your own glorious form? You hate the tireless pursuit of physical excellence? Indeed. I am an enthusiast for anything that challenges all sides of my glorious vessel. Jerub, I cannot even begin to tell you, but I am nothing if not inventive, fearless, indefatigable. Devilishly so. I haven't given up hope that I'll yet be able to craft a perfect metabolic masterpiece. Gasp. I've had a sudden flash that I should feel excited, but I am not sure why. Explain yourself, brain! Oh, no, wait. I figured it out. Oh, that's more points for me. Huzzah! Would you, my new lovely acquaintance, like to help me create the perfect challenge for my body and mind? Would you help me invent a tango for the triceps, a conga for the core, a quick step for the quadriceps? Awesome, yes, as in capable of inspiring awe, just like my obliques, yes? Yes. Oh, my cherub, why be humble when you can be hot? Oh, lighten up. W's need love too. Away we go! Obliques. I know. I can lie down with Florence, grasp Tidus by her intimidating epaulettes, and Russian twist her for 3 sets of 20. What do you think? Oh dear, no. I don't think that's a good idea. Darling, where would I hang from? Dorian? Have you seen him? A slice a la mode. How could I ever focus on form with that form before me? Oh no, no more temptations. I must keep my movement pure. Ah, you are a cruel taskmaster. Lucky for you, I am exceptionally well mastered. Rigorous training is the only way forward, the only way to progress. Bring me the ecstasy of discipline, the sublime breath of skill. Oh, for the love of Lint, I sound like him. Washford, of course. He's almost monastic in his approach to physical work. Call Washford for me? No, just with your voice. Just vibrate those glorious pipes of yours and call out the name. Washford. Just wait a moment. He should be here. It appears your pipes are not glorious enough to traverse the great distance that still persists between us. You'll have to use your feet. Not as glorious. Slightly floppy, really, but hopefully effective. Have at it! Ooh! Ooh!
A handsome acrobat greets you with a small yet theatrical little bow, placing a hand on his chest and tipping his head forward. He has the aura of a veteran showman, but he doesn't look particularly pleased to have you as his audience.
Greetings, weary traveler. You seem taken aback. Quite natural. It was not my intention to frighten you, though I grant I'm known to be a disquieting presence when I'm in a mood. Yes. Yes. The long and solitary bad mood. For this, for everything, we are out of tune. You aren't serious. You jest. You want to hear my story? I am a servant to the drama of the heart. Good, bad, what's the difference?
The mention of Drysdale makes Washford's eyes narrow.
Is this about Drysdale? How did you know? Not at this one. It has stumped a heart as profound as mine, an energy as bright as his. I am awash in the scurryings of lives. Countless lives. Countless stories. I am filled with water, the fundamental state of all things. water, the tears you cry when you are born, when you are made, when you are broken. It is the sweat that drips from brows and shaking knuckles in alleyways, in schoolyards. It flows over its own frozen self down dry and grateful throats. It drops from noses in blazing sunshine onto lemon-printed bathing suits. It is the wellspring of ancient secrets, held in rough clay bowls. I am surrounded by it. You cannot know the agony that exact decision has caused me. I cannot talk about it. You'll have to ask Drysdale about it. The pale betrayal. You have no idea. But not only that. Not only do I hold the limitless, the unfathomably simple. I hold the dirt of life. The blood stuck in denim from skinned knees comes to me. The stains of earth from a weekend spent burrowing into trees and the slimy, crawly things. The makeup smeared onto shirt collars and cuffs, streaked mascara, and embers of a lipstick that blazed once. All of this comes to me to be absolved. It may be dissolved, but it does not disappear. It cannot. Nothing does. I must keep it all. It is a vast treasure house of memories, of senses, and it is safe with me. But how can I, just me, survive that? How could anyone bear the weight of that much life? It is the words. It is language. To be able to communicate, to share the burden. It is poetry that keeps me afloat in my own sea. You mean it? Then this at last is the dawn? Such bewilderment comes with the sight of the room, I cannot tell. I have lost my only friend. Drysdale. He was a phantom of delight when first he gleamed upon my sight. But we are quite forsaken. We were a duo. An acrobatic team rivaled by none on Earth. To the vault of paved heaven, our performances were legend. And joy filled me as wine in a glass. Past tense, but the physical connection between him and me, it is like nothing I have ever known before or since. He does not need poetry like I do. When he talks, it is a breeze to my tempest, and to him my tempest seems but a suggestion, a room until we didn't. Until he was too busy to perform. Too occupied with other things to tumble with me. The bond was broken. The bright cord severed. He abandoned me. And when he was finally ready again, I was unreachable. Locked in my own Xion. Trying to claw my way back to a friend who could not hear me. The wall between us has been impenetrable ever since. Yes, it's been years. As I said, Traveler, a long and solitary bad, all-moving things come to an end. A knotted willow. I miss him every day. Yet speaking with you gives me hope that I might be able to move on and accept a new companion. You're asking me to have faith. And thank you, sincerely.
Well, hey there, darling. Glad you came. Glad and happy. Sounds like one of them buddy cop shows. I love it. If you've got the time, I'd love to talk to you about something kind of important. If there's one thing I've learned in this wild existence of mine, it's that you don't get anything you want sitting around waiting for it. All the degrees, accolades, if I held off until the time I'd chase down my desires, fast and fierce. And right now, I see something I want. You. I haven't been able to stop thinking about our night together. It's easily the most fun I've had in years. And it wasn't just the archaeology and atmosphere. I felt more than a spark between us. It was a sizzle, hot and crackling. I can't have been the only one. I don't like that gross talk. I like being able to talk with you as an equal, someone who appreciates the discovery of ancient knowledge. You must have felt it too. I want you to know, I don't take lovers that often. Ever, really. But I can't deny the way you make me feel. And I'm falling in love with you, darling. And I'm only gonna ask this once. Do you wanna be my beau? Well, hot damn! That's what I'm talking about! I'll keep you close in my heart. We'll do lots of amazing research together. You're my favorite bunny, honey.
It feels strange to walk into your bedroom with so much tension in the air. After all, this is where you go to relax and recharge. But you told Betty you'd give her the day to consider her confession, and now she waits for you, seated at the bed like usual. You're struck by the realization that no matter what happens here, everything will change from here on out.
Thank you for coming. I hope you got a good night's rest. Oh, thank you for saying so. I slept even worse than I normally do these days. I had too much on my mind. And there's too much at stake here. I suppose there's no point in beating around the bush here, is there? What do you think? Of me? Of the idea of us? Is there hope for us to be more than just two partners who sleep together every night? Oh my god, really? You really feel the same? I can't believe this is happening. I always thought this was a fantasy I'd take to the junkyard. Don't you worry your sweet little head about that. I don't expect you to sleep with me every night, or ever. And you being with me doesn't mean you can't be with others. I have my own fun, after all. I'm just so happy we can be together now. I honestly don't even know where to begin. I feel like I know you so well, but I want to get to know you better. And you must want to know me better. After all, I've only ever been a place for you to lay your head at night. You've never seen me for who I truly am until now. Tell me what you want from me, my love. All I want to do is make you happy. Aren't you just a darling? Well, if you don't mind then, after all, I have you to myself every night. But a date in the daytime? Nothing would make me happier. Where shall we go? Oh, that sounds absolutely wonderful. Shall we go to the living room then?
As you walk through the house with Betty on your arm, you attract quite a bit of attention. Eyes are on you in every room, or so it seems. For her part, Betty seems deeply pleased to be seen with you. She smiles at some, she waves at others. Sometimes, she seems like she wouldn't be out of place on a parade float. But when you finally arrive in the living room, you're blessedly alone. When you take a seat on the couch, Betty immediately seats herself next to you, cuddling up to you without hesitation.
What should we watch? Honestly, I'll watch anything. I'm just so happy to be here with you. Oh, Nightmare and I love scary movies. Just hold me at the scary parts, all right?
The movie is enjoyable, but Betty's presence makes it all the more so. She rests her head on your shoulder, sweet and inviting, and you can't help but wonder. You turn to look at Betty, and she lifts her head to look right back at you. It feels like the stars are aligning, your hearts beating as one. Betty leans forward, her lips parted and her long lashes low. And you know, in this moment, she wants you to kiss her. Your lips meet, and the rest of the world falls away. Betty is everything you ever dreamed of and more. And she matches your energy with a kiss that rocks you to your core. There's a heat in that kiss that tells you she's probably over the movie and ready to escape upstairs.
Oh my God, I thought you'd never ask.
You and Betty make your way upstairs, hand in hand, giggling like teenagers. You've slept on Betty for years, but never truly slept with her. Tonight is a night of firsts. After tonight, you'll never look at your bed the same way. When you finally do go to bed, you sleep. This truly feels like the start of something beautiful.
You just...
For once, Bobby isn't in the middle of a conversation or cheerily posturing when you find them. They look lost in thought.
You made it. Welcome to the future site of the Pin Crime Family HQ. You could tell, huh? Guess there's no point in keeping it in any longer. I've been all over this damn house. I had so many ideas for schemes. But what's the point? This is a house, not some bustling metropolis full of suckers. We all have the same shit. We all share the same space. You can't share space with your suckers. That shit is awkward as hell. You know, I spent all my time locked up thinking about all the ways I was gonna make money. All the ways I was gonna make my family see I wasn't just little Bobby Pin anymore. I was gonna be somebody. Now that I'm here, I don't even know what the hell I'm supposed to do with myself.
Bobby follows your gaze to the door where you keep your iron.
You're on. What's the master at work, rookie?
Bobby sets to work at the lock, closing their eyes and holding one hand before their back.
Wait, actually, I can do you one better.
They contort themselves into all sorts of knots, closing their eyes and twisting them. It's a sight so bizarre you wonder if perhaps you ought to have taken off the Dateviators. A bobby pin fitting into a keyhole would have been far less disturbing to witness.
What's all this then?
What are you, the fuzz?
I'm the door.
Well, buzz off and open already. I'm trying to show off my world-class lockpicking skills to my associate here.
I suppose you're harmless. If you want to see the wizard, go right ahead.
How'd you like that shit, huh? Ha! I told you.
Wow! Now that's what I call showmanship.
Ah! How many times am I gonna get startled in this damn house?
My apologies, friend. I meant no harm. I only wanted to commend you for the commensurate showmanship you showed there. I mean, those twists and feats of dexterity. Audiences love a thrill like that.
They do?
Of course they do. Trust me, I would know. Audiences love me. I was in there the entire time, wondering to myself, can they overcome my lock? An iron like me can't be locked behind just any sort of lock,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and even though I have no problem retaining an audience's attention myself, none whatsoever, why, just imagine the sorts of heights we could reach with you as a part of my act.
Wait, really? You mean I could be part of your magic show?
Most certainly. Just imagine it, you and I pulling...
I could be famous. I could really be somebody. Hell yeah, I'll be part of your act.
Splendid!
I just gotta wind up some business first, if you don't mind giving me a minute.
Naturally. I'll be here when you're all ready.
I can't believe what just happened. I wasn't expecting all this. Us? Well, look, maybe it's better we don't work together. After all, it'd make the huge crush I have on you kind of awkward. Power dynamics and all that, The Pain Crime family has standards, ethics. I'd have to submit all this paperwork to HR, da-da-da-da-da. What a pain in the ass. You're telling me you couldn't tell? You never felt that crazy electricity between the two of us? But I was gonna blow at some point. Better we don't have all that baggage in our way now. Of course it's not just you. This shit was mutual, baby. Anyone could see it. Can you imagine our suckers trying to let us scam them? Meanwhile, we're making eyes at each other the whole time? Disgusting. Oh, you like being watched? Interesting. I'll have to remember that. But in the meantime, I guess I got some rehearsing to do for my new gig. You want to come with? I can get you a backstage pass. Hell yeah!
Bobby offers you their arm, and as you walk forward together, you're struck by just how good it feels to be partners, ready to support Bobby in their exciting new venture, and receive their support in turn. As you watch Bobby perform, you're deeply proud to call them your beloved. When they turn to smile at you in the crowd, they make you feel as if you're the only one in the room.
Give it all up for you in a heartbeat, baby.
If you didn't have enough on your plate, here comes Lucinda Lavish.
Come on, baby. Tell me what to do. Use me. You bet your sweet bottom, babe. Because my secret is, I'm not actually Lucinda Lavish. I'm Lucinda Lascivious. Not so loud. A little bit more gentle, yeah? I've got, let's say, a special circumstance. One that allows me to bend the rules. Come here, baby. I've got a special place where no one can see us.
Lucinda takes you to a rather strange place. You can't quite make out where you are, but you are certain you are somewhere near your house. It could be that she's right. No one else can see you here.
No one else who has any say, that is. We could get into all sorts of trouble here. Horny trouble. This is my fantasy chamber, a place where all your wildest fantasies can come true. Tell me, my effervescent darling, what is your wildest fantasy? Oh, because it's more vanilla than these? Or more spicy? Ooh, baby. You'll have to tell me when we're ready, amigo. It's here and only here where we can do these things. My time here is limited, so I'll have to see you around when you least expect it. But next time, I think you know exactly what you want to pick.
Once again, it seems as if Rebel has walked in on your previous conversation. How they are able to do so is unclear.
You again? And you're in my wet dreams. Well, I'm here. Choose an option, butt blaster. You were probably hoping you'd get a nice, satisfying chance to put me in my place, huh? Well, go ahead. Try it, Duck Nugget. Why, you gotta keep doing that. And yet, I seem to continue doing it. Nothing whatsoever from you. Unless you want to let me ride you like a rental scooter. You know, hard. And without any concern for where I leave you when I'm done. Anyway, are we about done here? I'm getting pretty tired of this. And I've got a date with Tony to borrow some electrical tape. A lot of it. For, reasons. You've only just seen the tip of the iceberg.
You see a slim, dainty gentleman in a well-tailored suit. He's absorbed in the ticking of a fancy pocket watch, but it's the feline ears on his head that most catch your attention. A tail sprouts from just above his backside, moving back and forth in time with the watch.
Tick, tick, tick. Why have you come? I don't see interruption to meditations on the beauty of time on the schedule. Oh, how crass. Of course it isn't. But perhaps I shall have to pencil in. Perhaps you do not know this, as so few are as attuned to time as I am. But punctuality is of the utmost importance. So if you wish to speak to me, you must make an appointment. You mock my elocution. I speak with elegance, precision, timeliness. If you wish to make my acquaintance properly, you will return with an appointment. Sweet heavenly hours, I was so busy reprimanding you, I forgot to introduce myself. Not that you didn't deserve it for breaking from the schedule, but it is no excuse. Timothy Timepiece, at your service. Timeliness. It most certainly does not. We should all be obsessed with the beauty and perfection of time. The safety of it, really. As long as one abides by the schedule, nothing can be out of place. You will abide by the schedule, won't you? Excellent. I thank you. I will see you at noon sharp, and we can speak then. Do not be early, do not be late, and do not, if you do, calamity. See you then, and...
An armored warrior of some kind stands before you, a massive sack of loot slung over his shoulder. He greets you cheerfully, something about his smile and tone reminding you of your own customer service voice at work.
Hey there! I'm Michael Transaction. But you can call me Mikey. Congratulations! Thanks for your purchase of the Date Everything Luxurious Edition! Your purchase gives you exclusive access to new features never seen in the game before. Exclusive access to the fantastic red shirt! Exclusive access to the art book! Exclusive access to the soundtrack! Exclusive access to phone backgrounds! Exclusive access to Lucinda Lavish! And most importantly, exclusive access to me and my store, baby! Mikey likey! Unlocking access to me means that you gain access to the Date Everything loot box! Each day, you can pull me up to 5 times for my extreme bonus armor! This armor is so powerful that it can raise your spec stats, meaning that you can blaze past huge portions of this game on your path to 100% completion! Then you'll love pulling for my armor regardless! It's fun! You can pull for my common boots of true presence. They have a high chance of being pulled. Or you can pull for my epic gauntlets of stardom. They have a small chance of being pulled. Or you can pull for my legendary cuirass of unwavering magnetism. This extremely rare piece of cosmetics has a tiny chance of being pulled. But it does exist! Trust me, I'm regulated by several gaming boards. You don't have to. I'll do all the trusting for both of us. It costs a mere 8 brundles for each pull. Brundles are a special kind of currency that you have exclusive access to. Good question. In order to get your hands on some brundles, you have to spend money. You get 5 money per day. Save up for big pulls. You're asking those thinker-type questions. I love it. And I always have a great explanation. Oh, well, you said money with no capitalization. That's totally different from money with the capitalization. You have very little money. But just by being at your home, Valdivian pays out its employees 5 money per day as a way of saying thank. Yeah, that. Come by when you've saved up enough money and pull me, baby!
As you take in the sight of the adventurer standing before you, it's hard not to feel like you've stepped into one of those old adventure serials from decades gone by. Even though she's decked out in cardboard and masking tape, she looks like she's ready for anything. An extension cable whip wound around her arm and a daring grin on her pretty face.
Oh, for God's sake, you're finally here! I was beginning to wonder and worry, and then I thought, gee, I guess I'll just have to go ahead and do it myself. But that probably wouldn't have been such a bad thing, because let's face it, I'm exemplary. But you're here now, so let's get cracking. I assume you brought your tools and knowledge and probably a snack of some sort? Oh, yes, yes, yes! Well said! Excellent point! Introductions, trite as they may be at times, are a great place to start.
The adventurer strikes an impressive pose, positively radiating confidence and daring.
I am Bo. I am the soul, the spirit, the animating animus of boxes and storage containers in this house. This most special of houses, where it is my great privilege and my great destiny to reside. The most special house in the history of houses. You might be able to tell from looking at me, but I am an explorer, an adventurer, a rake, a rogue, a bounder without any of the really unfortunate moral overtones that those words have accumulated over the years. Think fun-loving without the using others for my own gain part? Ah, marvelous. An explanation. I am ever so good at those. I am all boxes and containers, which means in my many forms, I am all over the world, being set on trucks to be delivered, sitting unopened in tombs, even small ones that diamond rings sit inside. All of them, well, except for chests, treasure chests to be precise, but that's for another time. You seem to be unafraid to speak your mind. Exactly what I thought our relationship would be like. I know that you are the... well...
Bo takes her hat off for a moment, holding it over her heart. She bows her head, just a little.
It is my great honor, my passion, my destiny to have the opportunity to follow my path. Alongside you, the leading houseologist, to whom I owe such a debt of gratitude and respect. Oh, what? In addition to adventuring, I am a movie buff, also a food buff, a DIY buff, and I'm learning macrame. And I know that, never good. Not always catastrophic, but never good. Oh. Yep. Sounds like was indeed the mot juste.
Bo returns her hat to her head, her reverent expression fading into a rather more sour one.
Damn it. Ugh. So that means I'm bringing a complete greenhorn on my quest? But you're not a houseologist. What else can you be? What am I gonna do about my quest? How am I going to... I guess I could do it alone. Like I said, I'm pretty great, and I've done all the research. I was just hoping for another trained and passionate expert to go with me, but no. There are things that I need that I cannot get by myself. Damn it! That's top secret. But maybe it could work. Get out of here and let me think. I have come back when I've had a think, and we'll talk.
My dear, dear little wretch, you are late. Pathetic. I hope you're aware, if you'd already filled out all the necessary paperwork, I'd punish you for that transgression. I'd punish you severely. God, must you prattle on so incessantly? Listening to your pitiful yammering is like nails on a chalkboard. Do us both a favor and keep your grating, unintelligible blatherings to the barest of minimums. My delicate ears deserve only the best. Don't you agree? Not to interrupt, but quick check-in. That wasn't too harsh, was it? The whole unintelligible blatherings angle? Definitely let me know if I'm being too harsh. Like, I absolutely want to treat you like you're worthless garbage that completely repulses me. That's basically how I feel anyways. But I want it to be hot, not sad, you know? Enough flirting. We have business to attend to. First, I will need you to consent to my complete and total authority. You will surrender yourself to me, making you compliant, dependent, and subjugated to my will and my will alone. Do you consent, wretch? Very good, my little wretch. It appears that you can follow orders well, at least when you put your mind to it. That will suit you very well in your new position. And if you keep doing as I say, perhaps there are some other new positions we can try with you. But first, your mistress has another demand. As you now have responsibilities to me, I too have responsibilities to you. And above all else, it is my responsibility to ensure your emotional and physical safety. For in order to be fully subservient to my needs, you must feel fully secure. That said, in order to ensure the safety of my compliant little wretch, it's necessary for you and I to have a safe word. This is of utmost importance, especially since I am, after all, a safe. Yeah, I just said that. Usually I would choose our safe word. But since you've been doing such a good job today, and because I'm feeling particularly generous, perhaps I'll let you pick. Do you have one in mind? Linguini. Oh, I love that. That's such a sensual, safe word. Did my little wretch come up with that all by themselves? Interesting. I see. Maybe there's more to this pathetic little wretch than meets the eye. Of course, we'll have to put you through the paces to discover how depraved you really are. Would my little wretch like that? Good. Compliant and subservient. You're off to a promising start. But before we truly begin, I have one last issue that's been bothering me. Between you and me, I've become incredibly bored. They've become routine and uninspired. They're stale. And this displeases me. It's all right. Lucky for me, you came along at just the right time. It affords us an opportunity to experiment with something new. I think, perhaps, to ensure you reach your full potential, we shake off the oppressive shackles of our everyday humdrum reality. Do you understand? Your devotion and enthusiasm towards complete subjugation is utterly intoxicating. But no, let me try again. I'm thinking in our relationship, we allow ourselves the freedom to expand beyond the limited confines. Do you understand now? Very good, wretch. Yes, the more I think on it, the more I think this is definitely what I've been so desperately craving. And how lucky I am to have acquired such a pliable, subservient plaything to help me quench my thirst. All we need now is the appropriate canvas to paint our desire upon. If you beg for it, I'll let you choose. Show me, wretch. Show me how well you can beg. So utterly pathetic. I really shouldn't reward you for debasing yourself so pitifully. However, I do so love the sound of begging. And because you did a satisfactory job, I've decided to grant your request. So, wretch, out of these 3 tantalizing scenarios, which do you think your mistress would enjoy the most? Chef and prep cook, Santa and elf, and finally, IRS auditor and small business owner. I should have expected that. A rather pedestrian choice, but perhaps we may find something therein that I still find amusing. Now, I've seen more than enough of your pathetic visage for today. Be back here same time tomorrow and be ready to serve my every need. Do you understand? Very good, wretch. I look forward to experiencing your vain attempts to please me.
A colorfully dressed board gamer beams at you. But even though his expression is ostensibly friendly, something about his energy is a little off. His smile is a little too wide, his stare a little too intense. You feel rather like a mouse that's just been spotted by a bored house cat.
Why a gee-gosh golly and a hi-de-ho! I'm Parker, the board games, and away we go! Hi there! I do love meeting new people to play with. And I do need new people to play with these days. I'm awful lonely up here in the big ol' attic. But you seem like a nice sort of gal already. Maybe you could be my next relationship. Would you like that? Oh boy! Well, if only it were up to me. You see, my whole deal with relationships has to do with rules. I love rules. If you want any sort of relationship with me, good or bad, we have to go through the rules. Want to hear them as they pertain to me? As they pertain to my whole deal and how this is going to turn out? I am a weirdo. In order to achieve a relationship with me, you must play these board games 3. If you beat me or unseat me, more chances for love will greet thee. At the end, I roll a die to achieve a status. This, in the end, will be our dating apparatus! Ultimately, yes, but your actions during each game can change the weight of the die. The more you win, the more chances to love me. Then lose, silly. Meet me here next time for our first game, Sandyland! Wowee!
When Rebel walks in on you this time, they seem to be unaware of your presence. Unlike your previous encounters, Rebel is gazing off into the distance with a strange look on their face. As if they could see through the walls, and they're searching for something out there. Maybe even something they know they will never find.
No one appreciates that kind of talkback, all right?
Straight away, any hint of softness in Rebel's face dissolves. They turn on you, the mask already back in place. With a disdainful laugh, they raise an ironic eyebrow and put their hand between their legs in a gesture that can only mean one thing.
From up your butt and around the coroner. Ah, you caught me in a moment of post-com clarity. Only thing I get sad about is when the poppers wear off. And then it's just until I can find someone new to pound into next week. You want to be the next merry-go-round? Let's go for a ride. Grab the headboard.
Your time with Rebel is, well, any description would probably leave out one of the many modalities of mattress mashing that you experimented with. We will say it was creative and exhaustive, and leave it at that. When it's all done, Rebels, you wonder how long it'll be before you can walk normally again.
I'm sorry for the abrupt intrusion, but there's an urgent topic I need to discuss with you immediately. Is everything all right with the Dateviators? Are they operating efficiently? Well, as you know, I'm able to remotely monitor their functionality, and I've been noticing some deeply troubling readings coming from the Quantum Catalyst Activator. That's very sci-fi, but essentially, the Quantum Catalyst Activator is the internal hardware that allows you to directly acknowledge a thing's existence. And recently, it started to emit metacognition readings unlike any I've ever seen before. I'll keep an eye on things over here, but please inform me if anything unusual happens. Oh, and if they get too hot, throw them in the freezer immediately. Your life depends on it.
Are you insane?
Sorry, it's not safe to talk anymore. I'm in a really sketchy neighborhood, and this phone is super duper expensive. But I'll keep analyzing the data.
Oh.
You feel an unseen presence detach, flee. It seems that there is nothing here to speak with. Mysterious. Normally, you try to avoid dealing with your water heater. You're no plumber, after all. But as you look at the beauty standing where your water heater usually is, you wonder for a moment if that's about to change. Beyond the rigid metal of the heater lie dangerous curves. Brown skin swathed in orange and blue and silver. Her soft, pretty facial features are adorned by colorful makeup that looks like it wouldn't be out of place in a fashion magazine. She doesn't seem to notice you at first, but when she does, she lets out a sharp scream.
Ah! Bubbling boiler rooms. You scared the living.
It takes her a moment to calm herself down. She fans at her face with her hands, exhaling loudly.
Got me flustered is all. I wasn't expecting any visitors. Last folks who lived here only came down when the pilot light was out, which wasn't often. See, I'm made of the good stuff. Southern made and made to last. Your eyes don't lie to you. I'll tell you that much. Here I am just talking, and you don't even know my name. I'm Winifred. Nice to meet you. How you doing, sweetheart? It's a pleasure. I'm not sure how much more talking I can do right now. I got work to take care of. Did you just ask your water heater what she does? It's okay, sweetness. I'm just having some fun. But I do need to get back to work. Washford's about to kick on and Daisuke needs a bit of a push. I need some time with River to make sure she's ready to go. I don't mind it. See you around.
Champ, champ, champ! How goes it? I guess I don't know how to speak to the youth today. Valdivian would like you to complete an exit survey based on your time here. How would you rate your time with Valdivian? All right, everyone has an opinion. And now that one belongs to us. I appreciate you participating. One more question. If you were to recommend, I don't know, Tom for a job somewhere, how likely would you be to send his resume along? Ah, that's just fine. I'll be straight. There was no exit survey. I just need some help. Now that I've revealed my own vulnerability and gained your trust, how likely are you to recommend Tom for a job somewhere? That really means a lot, champ. Here comes my resume if you ever have any leads.
It could be your imagination, but it appears that Lucinda Lavish has once again taken over your date theaters.
You've got to tell me what to do, baby. Whoa! Continuing to pry at my very being, huh? Real cool. I'm here to show you a good time, and if you keep doing what you're doing, you're gonna have a bad time. Well, curiosity killed the you-know-what, so back off. I guess you've noticed that I don't exist in the house at all. I barely exist in this fucking game. I can tell I was added at the last second. I'm just a hodgepodge of bullshit. Well, you're falling for it because there's literally nothing here. You can't even talk to me whenever you want. You have to wait until I randomly appear. I'm a freaking hijacker of dates. I suck. Thanks for the pep talk. Please, don't pick these options anymore. The ones where we talk. It's just easier on me, okay? Thank you. I'll see you on the next hijack.